here's a look at using the 5-paragraph operations format and how we're going to use this to plan out and execute next week's Gauntlet. So, situation. We have 34-person teams, 2 males, 2 females. We're coming literally from all over the tri-state down here on Saturday. This will be done in a shotgun cannonball style, which is now trademarked. Ting! Which we'll get into that more in a second. But this is the 9th annual Gauntlet. First time we're going back away from the stadium and coming here. And we're going to do it throughout the Bonifito area. So we'll have 120 athletes. We'll have around 30 staff volunteers. And then you got to factor in 2 to 3 people that come as spectators per team, roughly. So it could quickly get up to around 200 people or so here on Saturday. So our mission, PSKC will conduct a safe and unforgettable team competition on June 29th, forcing athletes to communicate and perform under pressure. So we try to build this as the most non-CrossFit competition and doing unorthodox kind of things. And then we'll see that throughout the events. So execution, so concept of operations, this is the shotgun cannonball style. What that means, the cannonball style is a ripoff from Genetti, thank you. And what that means is you're going to do 90 minutes straight. And we're going to do 3 events spread out over 90 minutes. That way, once you start and you're done, you're completely done. So you don't have to sit and be here all day kind of thing. The shotgun start means a new heat is going to kick off every 30 minutes. So then once you go, 90 minutes, you're done. We will have 5 heats of 6 teams starting every half hour, and it will be spread out over 3 locations. The first location is here, event 1 is here in the gym. So sample heat schedule within that 30-minute block. First 5 minutes will be a quick refresher briefing from the event leader. Like, hey, this is what you're doing again, these are the movement standards, any questions, boom. 5 to 20 minute, roughly, will be the time duration of the event. So where you give them around 15 minutes or so. Then they have 10 minutes to travel to the next location. So it's one of those things to where, like, yes, you do your event, get on with it, and then your ass has got to get to the next one. Because it's starting with or without you. So it's like that time is built in there as well. So that is another test of fitness to be like, well, shit, now it's time to roll. And then it'll kick off again in another half-hour increment. So essentially, a real rough generic timeline. So at 8:30, it starts. Heat 1 starts at event 1. They'll be the only one moving. So the way it's gonna look is, so 8:30, heat 1, event 1 is going on at the gym. Then at 9, heat 1 moves over here to event 2, and then it starts at 09. Also at the same time, heat 2 starts here at event 1. Then I guess we're at 9:30 right now. When event 2 is over, these boys got a book down here within that 10-minute block. So now at 9:30, we have heat 1 at event 3. We now have heat 2 at event 2. Then heat 3 is kicking off at event 1. And then it will continue to go like that for all 5 heats. So that's where the shotgun cannonball style means.
So heat 5 will go at 11,
Heat,
basically.
yeah, whatever that time duration is, and then they'll be the only ones on the course finishing up. Then what will happen, and the way we have these 5 heats broke down is the first 3 heats are the fast exerciser division, and then the final 2 heats, heat 4 and heat 5, are the not so fast exerciser division. And then we're taking the top 4 teams from the fast exerciser division, then they'll go into the finals. So that way they can all get at least an hour rest before the finals kick off at approximately noon. So that's what shotgun cannonball style
So
means.
will there still be Heat 5 working while the finals
Nope.
are taking place? Okay.
Nope. So Heat 5 is going to start at, was that 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30. Yeah.
10:30,
So
okay.
they'll be done by noon.
Okay.
And then the not so fast exercisers don't have a finals, so it's fine.
Okay.
So the way the events are broken down is each event will be treated as its own independent event going on, because it has to be. Because they'll be going on simultaneously. So event 1, the event leader will be Ninji. It's Fuster Cluck, sponsored by Graph Custom Hardwood. It'll be here at the gym. Event 2, the event leader is Heath. That is Jigsaw, because there'll be a little puzzle to begin the event. And then they'll go on with the rest of the event. That's sponsored by Frazee Wolf Management. Event 3, the event leader is Haley. It's called Water Ski. It'll be sponsored by Donna Woolard Insurance, and that's the one out by the river. Finals will be led by me. Its name is Four Horsemen, and it's sponsored by the Counseling Center. Finals will be back here inside of the gym. So coordinating instructions, the most crucial thing here is there'll be radio communications at all sites, and that will be led by the command post wherever I am at the Jeep at that time. All clocks must be synchronized on command from the command post. So even if it's off by, it's every 32 minutes or whatever, the main thing is that we all start at the same time to be on the same timeline. Event leaders must confirm their start. So like, hey, we're good to go. We've got all teams here, we're ready to move. And then I'll issue them directions from there. And the other thing is, at the end of the event, all score sheets must be collected and then turned into the scores table after every heat.
Is that being done by radio?
No, we'll have a runner,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
So that's the execution paragraph. And then finally we have service and support. So like logistics, event leaders will be responsible for making sure they have all the necessary equipment for all 6 teams at their location. They have the necessary judges, the necessary support staff, clock music, score sheets, radios, phone, and any other items I'm forgetting about right now.
How are you running music at each location?
Here, so there'll be little Bluetooth speakers. So my truck will be at York Park, so that'll be the music for that. And then the little plug-in clocks or iPad clocks will be running from there. Non-event, so shirts are already being made. Sarah's handling the signs, banners. We've already coordinated prizes from our sponsors. They'll need to be put in athlete swag bags. We need to finalize, get the porta potties here. We will have a store up and running the day of from Doc Spartan and 3rd and Court in the gym. So we'll have O2, bars, ruck pack, t-shirts for sale, and other stuff that I'm forgetting.
Who's running the store?
Rocky. And then we need to have like a medical worst case scenario thing.
Do you want EMS here or?
I would prefer, if they can. And then command and signal during the actual event is all communications will be issued from me in the command post, whether that's here or out on the Jeep. And what needs to happen is if there's any issues that will come up, they will happen at the event first. And then so all that needs to go to the event leader. If he or she cannot figure it out and make a call, then it needs to be issued up to me, and then I'll figure it out. So if like something happens at event 2 across the street and there's a scoring error or something broke or whatever, it's up to Heath to figure that out. And if he can't get it figured out, then he'll issue up for support from me, and we'll make a decision to go from there. And so communication flow will go from event leader to the command post. Carly should have the top 4 ready to go way earlier than noon, so those teams know what's going on. And then once that 5th heat is off of the competition area, actually, as soon as event heat 5 clears event 1, Mo will be getting it ready for the finals. So that way everybody comes back in, we're good to go. Also, probably more importantly, is we have live music going on. We've secured that. The after party will now start immediately after the competition is complete, approximately 12:30, 1300. Live music will be going on. The River Rat Ale official release launch party will be going on up the street for the after party. So we'll have live music, beer, good time. So even like the out of town folks can like stop by, grab something to eat and a beer on their way home at Patty's and Pints. And then, so this is essentially the format we use for a planning process to make sure we don't forget everything. And then we've tested the events, then we still need to dry run what that looks like going across all events or all locations to ensure radios work. There's no flow there, to see how long it actually takes to go from the field to York Park, to make sure that's coverable in 10 minutes, which I'm 100% sure it is, but it's another
I
factor.
tell people I would recommend jog to get there, and you can, because people might be thinking, I can walk,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's my
impressive
time.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably, that's 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks over. So you're looking at 3.5, maybe 4 block with a little, you gotta go over the levee.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna have to just go over the levee.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have them come down and then across. Like they'll just come right down Court, turn east on Front, and then go over the levee and be ready to start. Because if you ain't there, you're just missing points by the time it starts. So, what other items, questions, concerns am I missing?
Pretty much covered it.
And then we'll make sure we need to video brief everything ahead of time, disseminate that out. Heat schedule's already been published. We need to get the shitters.
What's
Just
the
post it whenever.
contingency plan if the weather's bad?
There is none.
None.
It won't be bad.
So worst case scenario, if the weather is bad, we will have to conduct a tactical pause until it gets better. Right now, forecast is looking great, so. And the cool thing is being here, we can bring everybody inside of the gym
Yeah.
until we get a little break. Cool?
Cool.
All right, sweet.